Over the last 100 years or so in the game of golf, we've seen lots of different innovations in terms of the design of golf clubs, ultimately all designed to help us hit the ball better and improve our enjoyment of the game of golf and get lower scores. So we've seen things like the steel shaft originally, then the graphite shaft, then the sand wedge, then the toe heel weighted putters, then the cavity backed irons, and more recently we've seen the introduction of hybrid golf clubs, or rescue clubs as some people tend to call them. Now these clubs fit in that space in your bag between the fairway woods and the long irons. For a lot of people that's a bit of a grey area where they don't get a great deal of success, and we're seeing golfers now have more or less success using the hybrid clubs. And I think for a lot of golfers now it's a surprise when people that we play with don't carry any hybrids. If you don't have a hybrid in your bag, I would suggest you are now in the minority of golfers. Most golfers have some, and some golfers actually benefit from having more hybrid clubs. What we might consider is how successful you are at hitting your fairway woods, your 3-wood, your 5-wood, or even your 7-wood, and how successful you could be if you had hybrid clubs in there. So when you look at the tour players generally pretty good at hitting most things you give them, and they don't hit many shots in that 240 to 200 yard range out on the golf course. Just the nature and the layup of the way the golf course plays, they don't hit many shots in that area, so they might only carry one hybrid golf club. They're going to be pretty good with their long irons, they're going to be pretty good with their fairway wood, so they might just carry one hybrid. But if you're a golfer that hits a lot of shots from that range, maybe you don't drive the ball as far as a tour player, you're going to hit a lot of shots in that sort of 200 yard region. And if you're not comfortable with your long irons, not comfortable with your fairway woods, having 2, 3 or even an entire set of hybrid golf clubs might just give you a little bit more chance and enjoyment at hitting those shots. The hybrid golf club is generally easier to hit than a fairway wood because it's slightly shorter in the shaft. Easier to hit because it has a bit more loft. Easier to hit because it has the weight low and deep, and it has a high moment of inertia that stops the club head twisting, so the weight's drawn back and put low down in the head, certainly in comparison to a long iron. That's going to help you get the ball up in the air nicely. And there is no rule that says you're only allowed to carry 1 or you're only allowed to carry 2. You know, Thomas Golf, they make an entire set of hybrid golf clubs, so 7, 8, 9, pitch away, sand wedge, all in a hybrid design, all getting the benefit and the advantage of this low centre of gravity that helps the ball get up into the air. And it's quite confidence giving as well. You look down at a golf club, it's got a nice rounded back and rounded sole to it that cuts through the grass and sweeps the ball up into the air. And the shaft doesn't feel anywhere near as long and as cumbersome sometimes as a fairway would. So if you're struggling with your fairway woods and you're struggling to find something that's confidence giving from that 200 yard range, maybe 1, 2 or even a full set of hybrid clubs could be the thing to fit into your bag to improve your enjoyment and to improve your scores.